Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. I think. At least that's what I'm hoping. Now, we're going to go and take a little wander up this way, because I'm going to manually place down some of these bits up here. Because I think it's the only way forward. Alright, we've got requests for various different items. We've got requests for those going in. Rushing out to go and put them down. As well as these roboports over here. May as well let them put down that roboport. I don't have any, do I? Oh, yes, I do. I got 7 roboports on me. And I got 2 radars as well. Let's make a few more radars. 1, 2. I'll make 10 radars there. So they can bring those down. And then these items are going to go out, and they're going to start placing down everything else. Now, I know that we got a whole load of timber that's being lifted at the moment. I don't really want my robots getting too heavily involved with that, but they like to get heavily involved, don't they? We know they like to get heavily involved when they shouldn't. I'm just going to do that a minute, and I'm going to extract those resources there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to place one of these down. And then I'm going to go and look at that one, and oh, no, I don't need to worry about that, because I've now got this on auto trash, so they'll auto trash the timber that I pick up. That's fine. I can stand here, and they will rush off, and then the logistics robots will come back, and they will auto trash the whole lot. So my robots can just do a little bit of work, just to help things along a little bit. They don't need to do huge amounts. They don't need to be heroes. They can be the unsung heroes. Right, well, if that's doing that, I can go over this way, and yeah, I've got work going on. Look at all of that. Look at all of that has been lifted up. That is just fantastic. And that's no good. I can't have those out on this one. I actually need to skip 3 sections up there so that I can extract this crude oil field. So our first one is going to be over here, which means I want to very carefully remove these items here over to there. And that one and that one there. I won't remove any more for a minute, but I can only do over to that far. So this one over here is fine. And we'll extend it out in that direction, but I got to skip 3 of these rather than just... I thought I'd be able to get away with skipping 2, but I can't. That's not going to work. Right. Let's get rid of that one. And then I'll come down through here, and I will manually place these down. Plus, I'll lift those. What they can do is just lift that one, and they'll move it over. Oh. Well, they would have done, except there's a construction robot has already been... listed as replacing that one. He's on his way up through somewhere. Take that lot. Up here. Oh well. I'll pick that one up myself. I can have that. I don't mind. And then I want to go in here, because I've now got that section. Actually, you know what? That section doesn't matter for a minute. Let's go back over to here, and then I will go back into map mode like this. And then I will go to my landfill, and we will start filling in yet more land right here. Fill in that section. There. And yeah, I know the landfill bit does take a while to complete. But honestly, it's going to be worth it. Right. That one can go there, and I am bringing it down a little bit further than I probably need to. But again, I think it's something that is worthwhile doing. So just fill in all of that section up there and there. Right, that's all of that bit filled in. And then I am going to also go all the way over here. And I'm going to fill this in up here. This is... more work that's sort of being done for future stuff. This is all stuff that is going to be handy. And then I can fill you in. Just fill in all of that up through there, like that. Excellent. Okay. There's another bit done. So the next thing that I think that I should do... Well, first up, I can just let my robots go along and just reach what they can over here. Although most of that has now got construction robots that are going to go and deal with it. So I don't need to do anything to it, particularly. And let my robots come back to me. I got one more. Is that one of mine? No, it's not one of mine. Right. Head down this way. Come down over here. And then I just want to make sure that I'm in the right spot. So I'm going to bring it right over to here, just about as far over as I can go. And I'm going to make one of these chests right here. I'm going to put that one out. I'm going to dump it down there. And this one, I'm going to do a logistics request for some landfill. We're going to get 4,000 landfill dumped into that chest there, which then the construction robots are going to use when they come along and start placing it down on that bit. While I'm waiting for that to happen, I'm then going to go up here, and I'm going to take you, middle mouse button on there, and I'm going to blacklist, and it's going to be small electric pole. So it's only small. Is it blacklist? Is that how I need to do it? Let's just see. Oh, no, I need that the other way. Completely the opposite. There's got to be a whitelist. I need to whitelist the small electric pole. So a small electric pole is the only part of this that actually gets removed. Okay, so I'm going to bring that one, yeah, out to there, out to that side, and we'll go down to here, I think. So we'll remove those. So there's 60 small electric poles that are going to be lifted up out of there, and then all of this is in the right spots. It's all in the right place. Nothing else needs to change on that. I will have a mountain of landfill that's going to be brought over to those. I've got construction robots coming out to do most of this work now. They're bringing those out, which means... Oh no, they're still going on these trees. Still doing a load of work on these trees. Plus, I've also got this stuff up here that has been earmarked for removal. Oh wait, that one... What's going on here? That one needs to be removed. Shift right to clear. Right, I want to clear that one. So you got to be removed, and then that one can be placed down. Yeah, like that. And then I want to go back to removing these. So it's those 4 right there. These 4 over this side. These 4 here. And those 4 there. Plus, I want to remove that radar, and that radar there. And I won't remove the other radars yet. I want to go back through and do any other bits that we might want to do with changing the radars around before I make any other changes. Right, that's good. I've got all the landfill being brought over, which means that the robots will then start working on that. And the reason that we're having to sort of work on this quite a bit at the moment is I need to extend the solar field. And this is where I want the solar field to be extended. I want it to go out this way. I don't... You know, it will eventually move upwards a bit as well. But right now, I want it to move out this way. Once we've done that, once I've got more power and a more regular supply of power coming in, then we're going to be looking at extracting that iron ore patch right there. And then our next area is we're going over this way. We're going there, it's 128, and there is 184. There's 2 iron patches that we can go for over there and start looping those round. What I'm going to need to do to get that, though, is I'm going to want to run quite a large amount of landfill coming out this way in order to be able to get over to it. And I'll probably fill in this entire section with landfill in there as well. But that, again, it's another thing that's going to take quite a while. We're a long way from the main base up here. And there are other ways to do this. You can have trains that bring up a big pile of supplies for you and do it like that. I, personally, don't particularly like doing it like that. I prefer just to put in some orders and then let things get on with it. And then I don't have to worry about it at all. The trains and everything else, they deal with it all. They do all of the stuff that needs to be done. This stuff up here is more that's going to be worked on. It's going to be done. It's going to eventually sort of be filled in and dealt with. So it's more stuff that we don't need to worry about. It's not there yet. Ooh. Physical projectile damage has now been finished. And the robots are now working on some of this landfill bit over here. They're also removing some of these, which is good. We want all of those removed. I am going to get my solar panel pattern. I'm just going to drop that one right down on there. There's nothing in the way of it, so that one can just dump straight down on top of there. There's going to be a few more solar panels that are just going to help the situation in here. And then we'll do the same again. I'm going to do one more little section here, which is just going to be a double lot. And then we'll be able to start doing the full run all the way down there on the next lot out over here. Because we did too many on here. Those shouldn't be there. That lot right there. I made a mistake here, and those shouldn't be there. So I got to get rid of these. That one's got to go, and that one's got to go. And then those two there. 4, rather. Same with these. Fare thee well to that one, and fare thee well to those. Same here. They can go, and they can go as well. So the rest of it is dealt with. Everything else has been left exactly where it needs to be left. Those are fine. I'll deal with that in a minute. All of that is looking alright. What I'm actually going to need to do is I'm going to need to remove more trees over this way. That's what I'm going to want them to do, is I'm going to want them to get some more trees out. But I kind of need these to be placed down first. If we can get that lot down, it's going to make life a little bit easier for when I get some more stuff. That there, we want to get that there up and running first. Once that's been up and running, and then I can sort of extend out over here, and we can start advancing this bit down through. That will come down there, and this bit here, yeah, it's got to go out to this one. So I need to go out that way, which means I need to fill in that section there, so I want to extend out the roboports out over this way. I got a lot of work that I need to do on this. There's quite a bit more that we need to do. Right, so is there any way that I can sort of speed this along a little bit myself? Not really, I don't think. So, I mean, there's that bit that I want to do, but then there's another bit that I also want to do. So I can, that up there, I don't need to be stood near it while it's working. I can just kind of leave that to get on with it, and I don't need to really worry about it. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to come all the way down over here, hacking our way through the trees. We'll eventually shift all of these trees. They can all be moved out of the way. Go down in here. And I want this ore patch down here. Now, I've got a few of my own roboports that are just being put out. Just like that. And I can make some more. I've got materials over here to make more roboports. So if I just do that a minute, that's going to help out quite nicely. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand here, and I'm going to uncover this area like this. And I'm hoping that my robots will do almost all of this. It does look like they're going to reach it. So they should all just keep going and remove all of these trees. I've got a nice bit of space in here. There's no real reason why this shouldn't work. I look up to here. That's already ramping back up. I got 17,000 solar panels, and it's ramping back up already. Looking very good. Now, the other thing that I did talk about doing is, in here was getting the Kavorak's enrichment process and doing nuclear power and starting to work through that. And that would be quite a cool thing to have. It would definitely make a difference. But yeah, I don't know if we want it just yet. Rocket silo is another thing that we want to get. Explosive rocketry, personal laser defense, like all of these things. I'm just going to stick with that one. I'm going to start researching that. There's 2,000 on there. I'm not going to worry about doing any more. And I'm going to stay on here. You can see I'm already like building up a huge amount of timber here. Kind of waiting for some extra No, here come the extra robots. And they're already coming in to take away the timber there. They're off on their way. They're already removing some of this. And they're going to take them away. My power has already deteriorated. If I look in here, right, That's all down. So now I've just got to sit and wait for my own robots to charge back up again. What we're going to do is we're going to build another area here of ore being extracted. But this one is going to be done slightly differently. I'm not building a train station out to here. This one is going to be part of using the robot highway. The main robot highway is going to come up to here, see? So, yes, it's a little bit off the track. And there's two ways that I can do this. And there's usually two ways that I approach doing this. Either I can have just the belts will run up to the edge of the robot highway. And I put a load of chests right here so that they can take the stuff out of those chests. And then they'll run along the robot highway. Or I can just drop it here anyway. And the robots will come along. They'll fly sort of at a roughly straight angle. But they will keep going off to recharge at the various robots. The robot charging stations along the way. So they'll focus in on the line. And they'll run along the line over here. And they'll eventually get over to there. So that they'll kind of follow the robot line all the way along. It works. Sort of. It sort of works. And the other bit that I'm going to want to do is up here. Is that how am I going to have this bit? Like if I've got this robot highway that's coming along here. And I bring it to that point there. Do I just leave it? Or do I run these belts all the way up and I put them here with a series of chests where the robots will come along and get it. Now, what I normally do is I use the purple chests. I use the active provider chests. So they come along and they're forced to come along and get it. It's quite a long way for them to go. They travel all the way out and they travel all the way back. And they would take it to the storage section that we've got up here and they'll fill it up. But that storage section is already half full. Right, I've got quite a lot of stuff in there and it's half full already. I could do with some more storage, to be honest. Storage starts to become an issue. I've got plenty of copper, I've got plenty of stone, but that is being half full at the moment. Yeah, that may not look like very much, but trust me, that is sort of pushing as much as I want to put in there. I don't really, I want more spare storage than that. That's the upper limit. That's kind of the limit on the spare storage. Like if we've got that much left over. As we expand, you'll sort of see it a little bit better. It does show up a lot more, the amount of spare storage that we get. Right, I've got all of the robots in at the moment. So I've now got construction robots coming down here to grab things. So while they're doing their bit there, I'm going to go up here. I'm just going to have a look. What do we got? I still don't have enough to be able to do anything up here. I've got to wait for the rest of that to be filled in. That's not ideal. I mean, at least we've got these up and running. That's good. That's one good thing there. Okay. Forget that bit. I want to go down here. So how am I going to do this? I mean, I need the robot... The robot highway is kind of an important thing that we need to do with this. So I've got that little area there. I'm going to extend this little area. It's going to go out a little bit further over that way. So I bring myself over here. Plus I got that one up there. He's going to be put down. And that one down there is going to be put in. So we've got several of those now in place. That's good. Make another 5 of them. And then the rest of those... Looks like the other construction robots are dealing with those. I don't need to. So all of my robots are back in. And I don't need to do anything with them. So if I go up here... Where am I going? That's going to be the line there for the robot highway. And yes, I got 234 million crude oil here. So we'll end up removing a few of the roboports so that we can extract that properly. But we don't need to worry about that just yet. The main thing I want to do is... Actually, I want to go back this way. We're going to go back and we're going to start looking at building the robot highway properly. Now, I've got... another few things that I'd like to do, but I'm going to need some iron ore to be able to do it. The final items that I have on my planned list of, like, immediate jobs is going to need a considerable amount of iron ore to be able to do it. Like, everything is now reliant on lots of iron ore, so we're going to have to make sure that we get plenty of that. It's going to be my next thing I'm going to need to do. And look at all of these robots coming in. gathering up a load of stuff here. Let me just check. Okay, I can cross the tracks. That's all safe. And I got these these roboports all the way along here. I'm going to go up there. So I'm going to ignore the rest of the roboports, and I'm going to go from this bit right here. So you can see here, this is where I've got the first line of them coming down. Now, I got 11 roboports on me. And where am I going to put these? So that's the line of them there. So next up, I'm going to go... Now, what have I done on that side? I've gone on the inside of it right there. Right, that one goes there. No, I haven't. I've moved over to the outside, so I'll do the same on this side. We'll step them over in the same direction, I think. Right. Let me... Should I do it like that? Hang on a minute. Let me have a look. That one goes there. That one goes down there. Not quite sure where that one is. I think that one has been moved out of position, actually. That one doesn't really matter. That one's also been moved out of position. As has... No, that one's... Well, it's roughly the right position. Have I got room down that side? I do have room down that. Okay, so we'll put them down that side. I'll put them down that side. I'm not going to remove any more. I'm going to go here. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to run those all the way down there. So I've got 11 of those that I've just dropped in down through there. And then I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to remove that one. I'm going to do it like that, because I want to put a couple more in there. There, I'll make those like that. And I'm going to just quickly run the power down here so that I got all of those. They're charging up, and they're making, and then I've got a couple more in here that I want to put in first. So I've got one to go in there and one to go in there. That's just going to fill in that bit. And then I'm also going to want a line of them along here. But I'm not going to worry about that line of them at the moment. The next bit that we're going to want is I'm going to need to bring it straight down from here. I'll get rid of that one. Right there. And then I want to run that down from there. So I will go this way. And I'm going to straight line down there. Right, now if I zoom out, that's where it's got to come down to. I've got to take the line down to there. So if I just go in here a second and I put a couple of those in. Like that. Then what I can do is I can go with... Now, see, that RoboPort there is actually in the wrong place. So I need to remove that one. You can go. And then those three are also in the wrong place. They can go out as well. And I'll take a copy. Like that. And I will drop that copy into there like that. Right. That one's got to go. And then I'll put my paste in there and over that side like that. Now, how far down are we going? I'm heading all the way down to the bottom, so I'm going to... Right. That one's in the wrong spot. And then I've got these. Those two are in the wrong spot right there. I got a load more of them down there, which I'm going to ignore for a minute. Then I'm going to do a copy here like this. And I'm going to copy out a little bit. And I'm going to copy those 6 like that. Alright, that one's in the wrong spot. You got to go. And then I can go to paste. Right, what I'm actually going to do is if I drop that down onto there, then I can copy it again. Slightly too many electric poles. Right, not telegraph poles. They're not telegraph poles, Frith. Goodness me. Right, but what I am going to do is I'm going to remove this lot up through here. And I'm going to join them back down again. Definitely need to join these back down again, because look. Oh, actually, seriously, that is the only bridge that I've got across there for power? It's not actually very good, that. Right, you need to have redundancies for all power points. If you don't have redundancies, you have problems. And that's why I need a redundancy right there. And put one in there like that. And another redundancy across here. That's not helping. Okay. Then I can go over here. So I will drop one there. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to try and have these match up all the way down. Like that. 2, 3. That one will go to there. You and you can be gotten rid of. Yeah, like that, see? And I'll bring that one back up a little bit. Yeah, that one can go to there, and then to that point, and then over here. Just enough room to go in between them. But I'm actually going to get rid of that one there. And get rid of that one. And then I can bring these down like this. And I can set them at the exact intervals. The same on that side. Like that. There, right. I don't need to go any further than that. So now I can do copy. And I copy that bottom one there. And I go up until I get to that one right there, I would say. I'd say that is a pretty good. So then I can overlap that. Like that, except it's not overlapping all of it. It's not overlapping everything that I want it to overlap. I want it to overlap the power. Actually, I've got to bring it all the way down like that. Because of where I got these power cables, nothing lines up exactly. Oh well. So that one will go there, but then the power cables... You know, it doesn't matter if the power cables don't line up. We can put the rest of them in. It doesn't matter if the power cables don't line up. So I will then go like that and just remove that lot. And I'll remove those. And that one there. Like that. And then I will go back to paste and drop that down there so that we put in these extra ones. So then we've got power going all the way through. And I'll just add that one in there. So, slowly, this is taking shape. Slowly, we're getting more and more robots down through here. And I'll make 5 there. 2, 3. So, there I've got a full 8 of those going in. And they're going to put these 8 down here. So, you get the idea what's going to happen with the robo line that's going to come down here. I'm only doing a double line down to the bottom to here. Actually, I'll probably stop with the double line where I am now. And then I'm going to do a single line all the way out here. And I'm going to have the single line touching all the way through. Because we're going to be using a lot of robots to go out through there. There is going to be a huge number of robots going out through there. So, as I've got that many robots going out there, I kind of need to make sure that I've got everything in place beforehand. Now, oh dear. Why is that out of line? How did I manage to do that? No, I don't want that. Oh, that's not very good. This one. How on earth? Oh, I know how I managed to do it. My finger twitched a little bit when I placed it down. Oh, no. Yeah, there's where it's wrong. The roboports aren't wrong. It's the other bit that's wrong. Look. Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.